I want to give a little bit more specifics on the conclusion application to your field for your lab reports. So this isn't actually, when you first see conclusion, a lot of students are like, oh, I'm going to have to make a summary of my lab report. And that's not what I'm looking for here. This is actually your conclusion is you're going to apply what you've just learned from the lab, and now you want to apply it to your field. So if you're applying for the nutrition program, you're going to apply it to nutrition. And if you're applying for the chiropractic, you're going to apply it to the chiropractic field. So this part for some of you may be very difficult. Now, you have to use a minimum of 2 journal articles. Since I'm only looking for 2 to 3 paragraphs in length, I recommend that you only find 2 journal articles, because what happens is if you find more, then your paragraphs turn out to be from your articles and not from what you've actually learned and how you're applying the knowledge that you learned to those articles. The articles are for reference. Remember, you only use direct quotes if you're actually using something directly from the article. I don't recommend that you use direct quotes. You may paraphrase. Again, you still have to cite if you do that. But it's better to not use direct quotes. It's better to paraphrase. If you need help with that, please do let me know. But you need to explain how those articles are an application of what you have just learned. And like it says, you need to use a minimum of 2 citations, but those citations can be from paraphrasing. So you're probably thinking, well, how am I going to come up with ideas? So, think about what drew you to the fields you've chosen, whether it's nutrition or the chiropractic program. Why are you interested in those? And, what we're learning this week, whether we're learning about density or if we're learning about gases or chromatography, whatever we're learning about, it doesn't have to be a direct correlation. So just because, let's say in one experiment we used a measurement and you measured the length of a book, I'm not saying then you need to go find an article that talks about measuring something. You need to find the application. So for example, let's say that we are looking at measurements and I need to find an application. So I've taken a lot of measurements this week, and it really has got me thinking, how is that going to apply for my field? And I'm thinking about chiropractic in this case. And when I'm thinking about that, it makes me start thinking about adjustments. I can make adjustments when I have a client that comes in. They may need an adjustment that I could make during their time in my office. And that I need to make measurements in order to get the right adjustment when they're on the table. Well, that would be an application of a measurement. So I decided to go to Google Scholar. And I put in adjustments, measurements, and chiropractic. Now, remember, if you happen to use Google Scholar rather than the library for the college, you do have to find an article that uses a PDF. Because you'll need to attach that PDF article to your final report that you're turning in. So you'll have to attach those to your assignment inside of Moodle. Now, as I look through here, I notice this one has a PDF. I kind of like this one, but then I look at the year and it says 1990. Now, I haven't noticed that anywhere it says that I'm required to use certain year, but I'm guessing that after this video gets posted, hint, hint, yes, that's going to show up that it has to have a certain date. And so you'll notice that it has to be within the last 5 years. So I noticed that in order to do that, I'm going to need a custom range. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a custom range and hit search. Now I notice there's a lot of HTMLs. Now, that's okay, because you could still give me the HTML to go to the article, and I will accept that. As long as it is the complete article. If it's just an abstract, I won't take that. It has to be the complete article. Now, I want to see here, though, do any of these look like something that would be suitable, that would actually, work with what I'm actually talking about for adjustments? And so I'd have to actually go through here and actually see if any of these match for my application and would work for what I would want to do. So this is just kind of an idea of how to get started and how to then actually comb through your results. Now, as you notice, see, this is, I'm down to 12,000. I could simply say I just want to look for things in the current year. It takes it down to 507, which even fewer things that I would have to go through. And I do see some PDFs here if I wanted to do it that way. But again, now am I going to find adjustments that are related to the application I was originally seeking? I don't know. So this will be a little bit time consuming in the beginning when you're trying to find that actual application related to the field that you're going into. If you have questions about it, or if you get stuck, do make sure you ask me. That's why I'm here, is to help you guys do that. And if you need help citing or anything of that nature, I can make sure and add those references as well to the course. So hopefully this has been a nice overview. Again, it's not a short overview, it's quite long actually. But I hope that it's helped you, and if you need any extra help, please let me know and or ask any questions. I'm here to help.